Don't ask me what time it is. I don't know. I don't care. All I care about my Father's time. My Father is God. I am the unknown prophet of God. I really am the unknown prophet of God. Or else I never been touched and never will be here. And you never will hear me speaking about the things I definitely know. So let's talk about school. And let's talk about the RFID chip. Right? School and the RFID chip, mix them together. So I will tell you a little story. When you are born, are you born without sin in a sinful world? It does, folks. But the way you learn your lessons, you will become dirtier by the day. You are all born without any sin. This is how you did started your lives. You are all born without any sin. It starts the day you are born. You directly get your spot. You understand? But you are all born without any sin. Do never forget this. This is what God wanted it, and this is what you also did get. For the rest, the choice will be yours. Will you live without sin? You only have to listen to my Father God. Then you stay without any sin. It's the only way. It's the only way I know. So let's talk about school. You know, I was a little boy, 6 or 7 or 8, and I told my mom, my mom told me you need to go to school. And I told her, do I have to? And my mom told me yes, because if I don't do this, then I can lose you. I don't want to lose you. So you will go to school. It's not a thing I ever did want. You understand? It will be given to you in a way like force. So listen very well. You will be forced to go to school. Because your mom will say, if you do not go to school, I get money to pay and even I can lose you. Taken away from me. This is the way we did learn how to go to school. And on that school, you will meet other people with other choices, other thoughts, teachers, many teachers. Am I right or am I wrong, folks? Because I told my mom, as the little boy I was, I don't want to go to school. I don't want to go to school. But my mom told me, my son, if you do not go to school, then I need to pay lots of money because I did not send you to school. And even I can lose you out of my eyes, out of my life. And I love you, my son. So you will go to school if you like it or not. And I told my mom, I will go to school, but I do not like it. Now folks, you tell me, do you see it like I do? Did you see, as a little boy, that you did not want to go to school? That you did not understand? Who will tell you that you must go to school? People say, yeah, if you don't go to school, you are stupid. And I'm telling you, folks, people who go to school are stupid. You understand me? You will get the most stupid things ever you will learn. You learn it on schools. Many schools. Many people. Many thoughts. Many different. You will learn about everything. Is it necessary to learn? People say yes. And I am telling you, the more you learn, the more you know. But the things you don't have to know, you better don't learn. So school, for me, was like running away from school. I always did go to school for swimming. Or gymnastics. Or cooking. I did go to school. I did love that part. Only the parts I did love, you saw me on school. But the rest of the time, I never did go any school. You never saw me in a classroom, sitting and sweating and thinking and learning and all that kind of bullshit, folks. Not with me. It did not happen with me. You understand? It did happen with you. But that's just the fool in you. You are. And you have to go to school, if you like it or not. It's the same like you need to go in military, this military bullshit. You need to learn to fight for your country. You never did learn to fight for God. Because when you fight for God, you do not fight for any country. It's the same like school. If you don't go into this military bullshit, then you can be locked up and will pay a high price for not going there. It's something they push you in, right? Am I right, folks? Are there people who tell me, yeah man, I did not want to go to this military bullshit. I did not want to go there. But I must. They force me. And then you think back on your schools. They force you to go to school. Because if you don't, your mom and your dad gonna pay a lot of money and will get a lot of trouble and even can lose you welcome into this world. I'm going to teach you something, folks. No one ever talk about this kind of things, I will tell you. No one does. Only the unknown prophet of God. And my best school I ever did have got nothing to do with numbers and ciphers. But I did get a reality check. And that was really the school I really liked. But I was all alone. No people I could talk with. I told my Father God, Father, where are the other people? Like on my old school, I saw many people. But here on this school, I'm all alone. How is that possible? Can you explain? God told me himself, you are the only one, for you are unknown. You are the unknown prophet. You will swim in my water. You are mine fish. So now this RFID chip. It will go the same like school, folks. Exactly the same thing will start to happen. You will not become a military, or you will not go to school, but you will be forced to get an RFID chip. If you don't take it, it is not your mom who will lose you out of sight, but it will be you who will lose himself out of sight. You know what that means? You die. That's the world we live in. And that is the complete truth, folks. Schools and become a military is forcing the people to do it. You got nothing to say. You go to school, if you like it or not. You will become a military, if you like it or not. You will take this RFID chip, if you like it or not. You understand me, folks? You will be forced to take this thing. And there is no way out. And if you don't take it, it will take your life away. You don't want this, so you take that chip. That's how easy it is. To shuffle away all the problems you can get if you don't take it. But I hope for the listeners who are listening right now, don't take this chip. Don't go into the military. Don't go to school. Go to my father's school. And I was alone on my father's school. And I was crying. And my Father God directly did come to me, and he did understand that on my old school I did have many people, but learning me the wrong things. I don't need to know. To fight for your country as a military or a military man, a soldier. Do you want this? No, no. You are forced to do this. The same like school. The same that you will become a soldier. Without you want it. But you will do it and will get the best out of it. You understand? But you don't like it. And this also will happen with this RFID chip. You must take it, folks. You will be forced to do it. And that's the planning. And I'm warning you for this thing. And it will happen all over the world. And any TV or internet program will talk about this more and more. By every day I still talk here on this earth, I'm warning you. You are warned. I will tell you everything, folks. Everything you need to know. For me it's not a problem. For you it will be. I know my way. You still need to find yours. That's the biggest problem you do have. You don't know your way. You don't know where to walk. You don't know how to talk. You don't know what you eat. You don't know what you drink. You don't know what to think. You don't know what to say. You don't know what you see. And you don't know what you hear. And you don't know what you feel. And you don't know what you do. So that's the story about the RFID chip. The RFID chip. You will be forced to take it. Or you will hear your mom say, who is not there anymore, because she's long gone. But you still hear that she tell you, my son, you need to go to school, or I will pay the price. And even to lose you. I love you too much to let that happen. So you go to school. And this is, folks, how you will take this RFID chip. Exactly the same way. This is how it will happen. They will force you to take it. How? Well, a factory is open and they do have a new system called the RFID chip. Hey, I'm standing for the door. You knock on the door because you cannot come in. You do not have an RFID chip. A man coming and will tell you, yeah, what you want. Yeah, I'm the worker here. I work here for years and now I cannot go in. Oh man, you can come in, but you need an RFID chip, or you cannot come in. So you will not get money. You understand, folks? This is how they will push you. And you will not say, oh man, I can live without money. Then I will ask you, can you? Can you? You must. If you do not take this RFID chip. It's the same like school. I told my mom as a little boy, what is school and what do I need to do and why do I need to go? I don't want to go to school. And my mom told me, you better go to school or I will get big problems and I need to pay the price for it. And I even can lose you out of my sight. And I do love you, my son. So you must go to school. And don't dare not to go. Because you bring your mom in very big problems. This is how they push you to go to school. This is how they push you to go and become a soldier. This is how they will push you to take this RFID chip exactly the same way. But now it's up to you, folks. Are you taking this? Are you taking this thing? The spiritual battle, folks, you're gonna lose it. I saw you lose it all. If you did not go to my school, and I was looking around, and I was alone on that school, and I did ask my father, where is the rest of the people? And God told me simply, I cannot trust, so I did not touch. You are alone. That's why I am the unknown prophet of God. You understand? I am all alone. And I'm the only talker in this world who talk alone and without any money. I ask you really nothing. And I will give you things, wisdom, many knowledge I do have in me. And don't ask me, I never did go to school, so I did learn this never on schools here in this world. But I did go to my father's world. It was my father's will. And he did learn me what I am telling you now. And I was all alone. And that makes me the real, unknown prophet of God. But you're going to take this RFID chip, if you like it or not. For you did not like school, and you did not like to become a soldier, and you will not like the RFID chip. What is also painful. It's painful, folks. This thing into your head is painful. It is so painful that you feel it till in your soul, because that's all they want from you. That's why this RFID chip goes right into your soul. And you're gonna lose that battle. If I talk about souls, I saw all the souls gone and did not go one to God my Father. Not one. They could not find the way. They're all blind. Wake up, folks. Wake up. You are forced to do things. And you tell me what you think about this story. Do you think that I am on the right hand of God? What do you think? Why I am here? Why I am telling you these things you never think about? It steps into your life and you will get your spots everywhere. Without you know how many spots you do have, because the spots are not countable. You cannot count them. There are too many to count. Before you know it, you will become black like the darkest night you ever will remember. And you will take this RFID chip, for I did go to school, like you did go to school. But I did run away from schools. And I only did come for the parts I really did like. It's different by God, you know. If I'm at school with God and I see outside it's snowing, then God will tell me, my son, we go play in the snow. And I will tell my father, the wisdom of you is more important than I ever will play. I will not go outside. I will stay inside and listen to the words what comes out of my father's mouth. Playing I can do anytime, folks. But the day I was into this building, I can make many choices to go play with my father or listen to him. This is not a school where I will choose for playing. That are the schools I did go to. Like I told you, I did like swimming, I did like cooking, I did like gymnastics, I did like the nice parts. But when I did go to the school of my father told me, oh my son, it's snowing, we can go outside. I told my father God, what I can learn in the snow, I cannot learn inside here. It's important to listen to my Father. And that's what I do, folks. And this was not even my choice. To see the people who will not be with me in this classroom. But don't worry, folks. There will come no idiot who will start to shoot in that school. On your schools, it does. Right? Not on God's school. It's not there. Never been there and it never will be. But on these schools, it's normal. It will become normal. You will hear it so many times. Or a teacher who did do something, make a deal with the devil, and the devil tell him, start to shoot your children. And this man did listen to this call. And it will be your last call. Because your teacher did shoot anyone in that classroom. How do you know that story? Oh yes. Well, the next time it will be your classmate. Or your best friend. Or your teacher. You better watch out what kind of school you take. Now, I'm telling you folks, don't go to school. I never did go to school. Do I sound so stupid? You tell me. Do I sound stupid? Do I sound stupid? You will take this RFID chip, folks. You definitely will. Because you definitely did go to schools. And you definitely did go into the army. So you definitely will take this RFID chip. It's the same way. Or you will be shortened in money. And then you will become the beggar you never did care for. And I hope for the people who never did care for these people, that they will get the same way. And one in your days, you will be. And God is watching on this planet. All these things. And He is watching me. And God is listening to me. And God thinks by Himself. This is what you're listening to. That is my best student I ever could have. For he is the unknown prophet. And will be unknown for the world, but so known for my Father. So folks, about schools will be the same like to become a soldier in the army. And it will be the same way they will do this in the RFID chip. And you will take it. And the day you take it inside, it will be painful. Very painful. And you will feel it the day you take this in your soul. And you don't want any pain in your soul. It's the most terrible pain you ever can get. It's pain in your soul. That's why they want your soul. And I'm on. I cannot do any better than this. This is why I was born. I was born to do this thing I do for you right now. That's why I was born. I was not born to have fun, to live my life. I was born for this. Not knowing that this will happen to me. And it did, folks. It's real. It's no joke. That I need to live between the liars I know in this lying, bloody world. And it will be bloody, folks. It will be so bloody that you can swim in your own blood. And you will swim in your own blood. I'm warning you, for the disastrous thing I ever saw in my life will come on this planet, and it got everything to do with you swimming in this pool of blood all over the world. It doesn't matter who you are or where you are. It will not escape on you. And that's the most terrible thing I ever will tell you, and will come out of my mouth, and very honest, and you will see it happen. But you need to wait for the time it will happen. And for you, I hope I saw it wrong. But how can I be so wrong if I am the only student of God? Now you tell me. People will know me. It's not such a big problem. People will hear me. But they will be deaf and blind. They cannot listen. They cannot see. And if you take the wrong feelings, you cannot feel. Not in the way I feel. But I do understand the way you feel. But I do not walk that way you feel. Because it's the way you took it yourself. You cannot blame it on no one else but yourself. So folks, big choices to make. Don't ever take this RFID chip, even if they want it from you. And you must take it. Don't take it. You better die for it and live next to my Father. Or take it and never know. The way of God is the most beautiful way I ever saw. You're gonna miss this thing. I'm warning you for the world what comes after this. And for the people who did their best will go there. And the rest of the people will die on earth, and their souls also will stay on earth. So it becomes a very spooky story. That's exactly the end time story I'm telling you. You will see demons. You will see spirit. You will see ghosts. You will see devils, murderers, rapists. You will see yourself in this pool of blood. You will see parts of people in that pool of blood. It will become a very bloody thing. That's what I saw, folks. And that's what I want to warn you for. This thing is coming. And it's coming fast. More fast you ever can imagine. So, I'm warning you. Don't go the wrong way. Because it will be your last. Don't go to school. It can be your last day. Don't go into the army. It can be your last day. Don't take the rfid chip. It will be your last day. Here on earth and in another.